welcome the Commissioner of All Pro Wrestling, Larry Blackwell, and the owner of Action Zone Wrestling, Theall Bonilla.
What's going on, Hayward? Mr. Theall Bonilla, it is my privilege and honor that you and your wrestlers from Action Zone Wrestling are here to compete in the Pacific Coast Challenge.
Most likely lose.
At All Pro Wrestling, becoming a commissioner, I wanted to make changes. I wanted to bring back the spirit of competition, good, wholesome, fun, clean competition. And that's why when you and I talked, we brought you here for the Pacific Challenge. And we're going to give these guys a heck of a show tonight.
Yeah!
Mr. Bonilla?
Thank you very much. Thank you. I know a lot of you are here to support APW, and we totally understand that. This is your home promotion. There's no difference if we were in AZW and our fans were cheering for our guys. I can respect that. I respect you guys as fans. And I promise you this though, AZW, we pride ourselves on the title of where the real action is, and I promise you that these four guys are going to come out tonight and they're going to put everything on the line for all you fans to show you just what we can do in Hawaii. And tonight, Pacific Challenge is going to happen. And we're going to achieve it. I promise you that. But can I get, I know I'm from Hawaii, it's kind of cheesy, but can I get a aloha? Alright, I don't waste any more time. Let's get to the action. Good luck tonight.
In the first Pacific Challenge match, it will be a tag team match. Please welcome, representing Action Zone Wrestling, Bobby the Lightning Bolt and Mark Anarchy. And in that match, representing All Pro Wrestling, AJ Kirsch and Dylan Trey. In one-on-one action, representing Action Zone Wrestling, please welcome Kaimana. His opponent, representing All Pro Wrestling, Shekel. And in our main event, it will be champion versus champion in a non-title match. Please welcome, representing Action Zone Wrestling, Action Zone Wrestling's heavyweight champion, Mr. Athletic, Jeff Hall. And his opponent, representing All Pro Wrestling, he is the APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher. Tonight, it will be APW versus AZW in the Pacific Challenge.
And there you have it, Shane STOLI, all 8 participants of today's Pacific Challenge.
This is shaping up to be one of the best shows in Gym Wars history. Matthew Theall, we've got Jekyll's taking on Kaimana, AJ Kirsch and Dylan Drake taking on Bobby the Lightning Bolt and Mark Anarchy, and the Universal Heavyweight Champion, Timothy Thatcher, taking on the Action Zone Wrestling Champion, Jeff Cobb.
Look at everybody showing sportsmanship, being nice to each other, but Jekyll's completely ignoring everyone.
Well, we know that Jekyll's has a history of not caring about sportsmanship, not caring about the spirit of competition.
Oh, we might get things started early here.
Jekyll's just likes to hurt people.
Well, we're going to see Jekyll's versus Kaimana later on today in singles action at the Pacific Challenge.
Who are you pulling for in this?
APW, of course.
Well, that's good. That's nice to see you on Team APW for a change.
APW people, are you ready to see this tonight? The Pacific Challenge. Who will survive as Action Zone Wrestling takes on All Pro Wrestling tonight?
I'm all pro, and you're just an amateur. You can try as hard as you can, but you can't handle us. I'm waiting at the gate and signing autographs. I'm always in first place, you always in the back. For me, I'm all pro, and you're just an amateur. You can try as hard as you can, but you can't handle us. I'm waiting at the gate and signing autographs. I'm always in first place, you always in the back. For me, I'm all pro.
Gym Wars fans, it is time. The time is finally here for the Action Zone Wrestling All Pro Wrestling Pacific Challenge. I'm Shane STOLI, joined by Matthew Theall. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great. I'm excited. I'm ready for this. Look at this great tag team match.
Absolutely. AJ Kirsch and Dylan Drake taking on Bobby the Lightning Bolt and Mark Anarchy.
And that's not all. Also in singles action, we saw a little something between them earlier, but Jekyll's is going to take on Kaimana.
And that's gonna be a fantastic match as well. Jekyll's just out to hurt any and everybody that steps in the ring with him. Kaimana is in a lot of trouble.
Well, if I know anything about Kaimana, though, he's going to bring it right back to Jekyll's.
And we've got a fantastic main event. The Universal Heavyweight Champion, Timothy Thatcher, taking on the Action Zone Wrestling Champion, Jeff Cobb.
Mr. Athletic himself. He's a former Olympian. He's come to All Pro Wrestling. He's representing Action Zone Wrestling, of course, but champion versus champion. No championship belts are on the line, but that is the main event. But here we go, starting things off hot with this tag team match. That's Bobby the Lightning Bolt in the ring right now, standing across the ring from AJ Kirsch.
AJ Kirsch is a good friend of yours, Matthew Theall, as is Dylan Drake. So tell me, what is your strategy going into a match against a couple high flyers like Bobby the Lightning Bolt and Mark Anarchy?
Oh, you got to keep him grounded, of course. AJ Kirsch doing a great job of that right now, but look at that little amateur prowess from Bobby the Lightning Bolt showing his skills.
The strength advantage has got to go to Team All Pro Wrestling here in this match, but Action Zone Wrestling has got speed on their side.
100% true.
Nice side headlock there by AJ Kirsch.
If AJ Kirsch can keep his moves as tight as this is right now, then APW has to have it in the bag. But look at that. Again, these are completely foreign, not really, of course, they're from the United States, but they're foreign elements to All Pro Wrestling. There's not a whole lot of footage of Action Zone Wrestling out there. You can see them on YouTube anytime you want, but it's not as prevalent as APW.
Absolutely. Well,
we'll cover here. But Bobby the Lightning Bolt able to kick out.
AJ Kirsch and Dylan Drake are consummate professionals, and I'm sure that they've studied both Bobby the Lightning Bolt and Mark Anarchy, but they're still, compared to other competitors here in All Pro Wrestling, they're, not everything that they do is out there.
There's very little professional wrestling in the state of Hawaii as well.
Absolutely, very scarce. But Action Zone Wrestling is one of the biggest companies in Hawaii, and we're very proud to have him here today for All Pro Wrestling in the Pacific Challenge.
AJ Kirsch reversing Bobby Bolt.
Nope, what's he got going here?
Bulldog right there in the middle of the ring. Bobby Bolt now tagging in Mark Anarchy.
Mark Anarchy, he's a character there.
Uh-oh.
Flies!
Suicide dive through the ropes, catching AJ Kirsch, but I think Anarchy might have taken the worst of that.
Yeah, that didn't look like it went too well. Oh, Bobby the Lightning Bolt looks like he's going up top. Had a little bit of trouble there, slowed him down. What's he got? Oh! Cross body out to the floor. Takes out AJ Kirsch and Dylan Drake.
Coming down like a couple of bowling pins. Team AZW on top of this match so far. And of course, the legal men right now are that man there with the mohawk, Mark Anarchy and AJ Kirsch. And, little disrespect to the APW fans.
Look at the athleticism of Mark Anarchy, though. Just jumps right up onto the ring apron. Now looking to take AJ Kirsch out of the equation here today.
He's trying to go for that vertical suplex, but AJ Kirsch fighting him off. Coming up with a neck breaker. I think AJ Kirsch was able to get the better of that one. Crawls over, makes the tag. Here he is, Dylan Drake, the golden boy of all pro wrestling.
Been the standard bearer of this company for quite a long time, and today no exception.
Oh, dropping Anarchy right on the back of his head.
Pulls him into the center of the ring, goes for the pin. 1, 2.
Gotta wonder if Drake had pinned him a little deeper, it could have been over.
Dylan Drake, very, very clever.
Oh, again, right on top of the head.
Working the head and neck of Mark
Looks like
Anarchy.
he's going for one more, but Anarchy...
No, into the backbreaker, setting him up for that beta breaker.
2 count, Anarchy able to kick out.
You know, Dylan Drake always comes into his matches with a game plan, setting up for the beta breaker, but he's very smart in that he's always trying to go for that pin attempt just in case he's worn his opponent down more than he expected.
A double stalling vertical suplex. AJ Kirsch and Dylan Drake dropping Mark Anarchy right in the center of this ring.
Pin him. 1, 2.
And a kick out just in time by Mark Anarchy. And you were saying that Dylan Drake always goes for the pin if he sees the opportunity. That is APW boot camp training at its finest. If you see the chance both shoulders are on the mat, you go for that cover. You never know when it could be the end.
Absolutely, and now we've got a former All-Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion. Clearly why he was chosen for this match. AJ Kirsch in there working over. Mark Anarchy goes for another pin. 2.
Beautiful snap suplex floating over into the lateral press. AJ Kirsch showing exactly what he learned on WWE's Tough Enough, sending Mark Anarchy into the corner and meeting him.
With that big body splash there in the corner. Dylan Drake back in now. Has Mark Anarchy by the
We've seen this a number of times. I don't know if Mark Anarchy knows what's coming, though.
Oh!
Right.
Another nasty backbreaker. 1, 2. Kicks out.
You gotta appreciate the tenacity of Mark Anarchy. He's been taking quite the beating from Dylan Drake and AJ Kirsch, but he keeps on kicking out.
Oh, takes him up again. Oh, Anarchy up and over the top.
Was able to get that tag. Got Bobby the Lightning Bolt back in the ring now. Meeting Dylan Drake with a flying knee. Coming in for a clothesline. Able to get Dylan Drake off of his feet with that one.
Mark Anarchy Bobby the Lightning Bolt in a House of Fire. Dylan Drake comes and fires in and cuts him off at the pass at the top rope.
Still taking a little too long to get to that top rope.
Yeah, that second time. I was worried when everybody was outside, but he managed to connect with that. But this time it cost him.
Looks like Dylan Drake now is thinking superplex, but Bobby Bolt pushes him off.
Dylan Drake right back to his feet, though.
Oh man.
1, 2.
Dylan Drake kicking out. It looks like Bobby the Lightning Bolt was trying to go for a flying Hurricane Rana. Didn't quite make it, though, but was still able to get Dylan Drake off of his feet.
Well, that was also, what he did there was a move that Molly Holly used to do called Molly Go Round. She'd come off and hit it like that. So.
Oh, Bobby the Lightning Bolt dropping Mark Anarchy with a Death Valley driver right on top of Dylan Drake.
Dylan Drake in a bad way here. Team APW doesn't want to get behind the 8-ball in the first match here today.
Now remember, this is a best-of-3 series. The winning promotion with 2 victories in the Pacific Challenge will be claimed the winner.
Now, do you know if either team scores 2 victories in a row, are we still going to a third match?
All 3 matches will happen regardless of the victory.
Okay, fantastic. That's good. I was hoping to get to see all 3 matches, and if that did, in fact, happen.
And then Mark Anarchy with another Bulldog, sending Dylan Drake all the way across the ring with it.
Teasing the fans. He's going outside. Another pin attempt. 1, 2.
No.
Oh,
gotta
so
hook
close.
the leg. Hook the leg.
Toby a little bit slow on that third count there, I gotta say.
All the way across the ring. He's a little tired. Mark Anarchy, though,
firing up. Coming off the ropes.
Oh, man, with an earthquake splash.
2.
And Dylan Drake kicking out just in time. Just all of those impactful moves on the sternum of Dylan Drake, just one after another, has to be playing its toll at this point.
If you wear out the midsection on Dylan Drake, it's going to make it hard for him to hold on to that beta breaker if he gets it locked in.
It's called the core. All of your strength comes from that area. Oh, Dylan Drake with a desperation backbreaker. If he can crawl over and get that tag, the face of this match will have changed.
Here comes AJ Kirsch and Mark Anarchy with a tag to Bobby the Lightning Bolt as well. Woo, big drop kick by AJ Kirsch. Follows it up with a gigantic body slam.
Kirsch now, though, he's not done. Picking up Bobby the Lightning Bolt. Inverted atomic drop and a discus clothesline.
Impressive maneuvers from AJ Kirsch. 1, 2.
2 count. AJ Kirsch not able to catch the victory just yet.
Haven't seen AJ Kirsch on fire like this in quite some time. Throws him in. Oh, it comes back.
Oh! A Bubba Bomb out of nowhere.
Had that Bulldog scouted and cut him off.
Looks like Mark Anarchy. No!
Dylan Drake cuts off Mark
Stunner!
Oh! Bobby the Lightning Bolt in a bad way. AJ Kirsch goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
And the winners of this contest, APW Gym Wars.
AJ Kirsch and Stone Cold Steve Austin are not getting along on Twitter right now. You think that might have been a message to him?
Yeah, that's very possible. AJ Kirsch is looking better. His body's looking leaner. You know, there was a lot of fire and passion there. Fantastic showing from Team APW. Dylan Drake and AJ Kirsch pull out the first victory.
And that is not it. We will be right back after these commercial messages for the rest of the Pacific Challenge.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
We are back, All Pro Wrestling Cheap. I am Matthew Theall, the greatest mind in professional wrestling, sitting across the way from Shane STOLI, and this is match 2 of the Pacific Challenge. AZW's Kaimana taking on our very own Jekyls.
Dylan Drake and AJ Kirsch put All Pro Wrestling up 1-0 in that first match against Bobby the Lightning Bolt and Mark Anarchy. Impressive showing by both of the Action Zone Wrestling wrestlers there, but APW came up just a little bit higher in that match.
Oh, look at the disrespect by Jekyll, shoving the face of Kaimana, but Kaimana getting right back in the face of Jekyls.
Jekyls with another shove.
Kaimana's not backing down.
Kaimana has a reputation for not backing down from a fight, which is just the way Jekyls likes it. Firing in those big forearms. Kaimana ducks the third and hits him with a few of his forearms of his own.
Coming out, a third one knocks Jekyls down. Jekyls going for cover.
Jekyls decides to go outside and have a break.
Trying to rethink his strategy here, maybe. I'm not sure if Jekyls has been hit that hard in recent memory.
Jekyls is definitely not used to someone bringing the fight to him in that fashion, that's for sure.
But if there is one thing that I know about Jekyls is he does love getting hit.
Absolutely. He loves getting hit almost as much as he loves hitting people. It's one of the more disturbing things I've seen at an all-pro wrestling event.
Jekyls now back in the ring. Kaimana doesn't quite look ready.
He looks a little confused, and I can see why you would be confused by somebody like Jekyls the Jester. Now Jekyls inviting him to a test of strength. Bobby the Brain Heenan would call it a Greco-Roman knuckle lock. But Kaimana leery, and justifiably so.
Oh, you got to think that the advantage, if they are able to meet, would go to Jekyls because he does have the height. Now he definitely has the height advantage.
That never works well when somebody like Jekyls initiates the test of strength.
But look at this Kaimana, though. He's able to power up. Oh, no, Jekyls there able to cut him off one more time.
Jekyls the Jester with the height advantage, putting all of his weight behind the pressure on the hands.
But look at the strength of Kaimana, able to block that third kick, and he puts Jekyls in a headlock.
Jekyls the Jester, not used to the speed of Kaimana. I honestly think that if anybody did not do any any homework, as it were, for their match, it would be Jekyll's. He just wanted to come in here and hit somebody.
Look at this, both men meeting in the middle of the ring with that tackle, neither one able to get the advantage.
Jekyll's asking for another shoulder block, and neither man gives an inch. The fans actually getting behind Jekyll's. This is something I haven't seen for quite some time.
You know, he is playing for the home team here, so.
One more.
Kaimana with Jekyll's own game.
And he comes off again. Third clothesline, but Jekyll's still on his feet. Finally, the fourth clothesline takes Jekyll's to the mat, and Jekyll scoots out to recover his senses and play more mind games with Kimana here. Jekyll smiling and laughing after taking 4 big clotheslines from Kaimana.
Kaimana's going on the hunt, though. He's on the outside of the ring.
Jekyll's is not used to guys being this aggressive either. Oh, stomps the feet, comes off, hits the ropes. Oh, big baseball slide, but it's blocked by Jekyll's. Spins him around.
Oh, vicious kick to the side of the head. Kaimana might be knocked out cold.
Looks like he's setting up. Oh! Big forearm right there. I thought he was going to go for the DDT, but he wound up hitting him with the big forearm, just hurling him to the concrete floor outside of the ring here at the Gym Wars.
And this is arguably where Jekyll is the most dangerous.
Jekyll's is dangerous anyways.
Kaimana bouncing off the APW ring post.
Kaimana in a bad way here. He's got to get back into it. Fans, we got to go to commercial, but we will be right back.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
We are back, wrestling fans. Jekyll's controlled Kaimana throughout the break. Now goes for a pin.
Only a 1 count. Look at that. Kaimana kicking out at 1.
Jekyll's not wasting any time, getting right back on delivering the punishment, trying to wear out the neck and chest of Kaimana, setting him up for that big joke slam. 1, 2.
This time Jekyll's able to get a 2. Kaimana kicking out, though.
Kaimana maybe expending a little bit too much energy trying to kick out at 1 instead of taking that extra breath of air.
Kaimana, though, fighting back. This man has not backed down from Jekyll's at all during this match.
Absolutely not. He's been taking everything that Jekyll's could dish out and firing it right back at him. I'm very impressed so far. 1, 2. I've been impressed with everybody we've seen so far. Bobby the Lightning Bolt, quick. Mark Anarchy, very unpredictable. And now Kaimana, just absolute aggression.
Now, as we were talking about earlier in this broadcast, it doesn't matter who wins this match. If Jekyll's wins and APW gets that second victory and the win of the entire Pacific Challenge, we will still see Jeff Cobb versus Timothy Thatcher in the main event today.
And I'm really looking forward to that one. Two guys with 2 fantastic amateur backgrounds, but right now we've got the 2 brawlers just beating each other to death in the ring.
You can see the frustration on Jekyll's. He's arguing with the referee a little bit. I can't remember the last time Jekyll's has gone for so many pinfalls.
Jekyll's actually looking really angry at this point. I've never seen frustration on his face like that.
A little more interested in ending the match than continuing the punishment. A little bit out of character for Jekyll's.
Absolutely. But now he's trying to cut off the air supply to the brain, cut off the blood flow to the brain. He's got Kaimana in a bad way here. He's got all his weight resting over that head, which is key to slowing down your opponent and just wearing him out.
Kaimana able to get back to his feet. It looks like a couple of elbows to the midsection of Jekyll's. He's trying to fight his way out of this one.
Wearing Jekyll's down.
Coming off the rope, stuck in the line. Diving crossbody.
1, 2. Only a 2 count. Jekyll still has too much left in the tank for a panda to work at this point, especially when he doesn't hook the leg. Nasty jawbreaker there by Jekyll's. Jekyll's showing some wear and tear, but it looks like Kaimana is definitely on the low end of the totem pole when it comes to damage. 2 count. Toby, very frustrating for Jekyll. Jekyll keeps thinking that Toby should have counted 3. Well, again, pin 2.
Kaimana continuing to kick out. Now just the quick shots to the face of Kaimana from Jekyll. He desperately wants that 3 count.
1, 2.
But no, I mean, Kaimana is fighting for AZW. He's fighting for the islands of Hawaii.
Absolutely, and not only that, but he's fighting for his own personal pride at this point. I mean, Jekyll has been messing with him since the opening ceremonies here today, and Kaimana just really fighting for not only Hawaii and Action Zone Wrestling, but his personal pride that the way Jekyll's insulted him at the top of the show.
Now Jekyll's adding more insult. And look, Darkness getting involved. I completely forgot she was out there.
Darkness has been pretty quiet thus far, but I knew she was going to interject herself. That's just the way she is. 1, 2. 2 count only. We're lucky she didn't bite him.
If she could reach that high, she probably would have. Now Jekyll, it seems as though Jekyll doesn't know what to do with Kaimana at this point. Kaimana has been absorbing so much punishment.
I'm honestly surprised that Jekyll hasn't tried for the joke slam yet. I mean, he's frustrated with the referee's count, but he hasn't pulled out his big guns.
Oh, huge forearm knocks Kaimana right down.
Oh, Jekyll's with another pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count.
Kaimana is practically out cold in the middle of the ring, and he was still able to kick out.
Jekyll's really flustered, really frustrated here at this point. Just all he knows is to go back to the basics, and that's just to continue to fire in those big forearms on Kaimana and just continue to wear him down and hope that the next pin attempt works.
Kaimana, though, blocking that forearm, sending Jekyll into the corner, meeting him with that shoulder block.
Fires Jekyll across the ring. Jekyll goes.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What's we got here? Oh!
Kaimana from nowhere able to grab Jekyll, hits him with the snowplow.
2.
Draping over. Oh, Jekyll's kicking out. You got to think that it would have been over if Kaimana was able to get a regular pin onto Jekyll's.
A little bit of a tribute to All Pro Wrestling there from Kaimana. That move, of course, invented right here in the famous garage. Now, once again, firing in with those big forearms, Kaimana and Jekyll attempting to see who can take the other's head off first.
Just exchanging forearms left and right. Kaimana, he's out cold on his feet.
Jekyll has got him rocked. Oh, blocks the
playing
forearm.
possum.
Oh,
huge clothesline.
Oh,
Jekyll's back to his feet first. And another one knocking Jekyll's down. Kaimana firing up another clothesline.
I'm amazed at the Jekyll's continuing to get back to his feet instead of recovering his senses and regrouping here. Oh! Spinning suplex by Kaimana. That was that's a new one for me.
Yeah. Kaimana again draping his arm over the body of Jekyll's. 2 count.
Got the guy like Jekyll's, Kaimana needs to have done his homework and know that a pin like that is not going to work.
Normally, I would say it's a sign of arrogance, but I think it's just a sign of how tired Kaimana is.
Well, how many forearms has he taken from Jekyll so far? What, 20?
Jekyll's, though, into the corner. Kaimana coming. Oh,
big boot by Jekyll's. Takes Kaimana's head, driving the back of the head just as far back as it'll go. And now the pin. 1, 2.
Kick out by Kaimana once again.
Absolutely amazing.
Jekyll's, though, talking to his hand, talking to his friend. Maybe thinking joke slam at this point.
Jekyll's has finally figured out that that's what it's going to take to put Kaimana away, and he's set to give it to him. Kaimana turns around. He's got him goozled. Oh! Kaimana's got it scouted. Blocks. Goes into the fireman's carry. Oh, T-bone suplex. Now Kaimana up top. What's he gonna do here?
Whoa, frog splash.
1, 2, 3. Kaimana gets the pin on Jekyll's.
And the winner by pinfall in 11 minutes and 35 seconds, Action Zone Wrestling's Kaimana
Kaimana evening it up for AZW and APW. It's coming down to the main event. Whoever wins this match between Timothy Thatcher and Jeff Cobb in the main event wins the Pacific Challenge.
Who are you pulling for, Matt Theall?
APW.
We'll see that match when we get back.
5, 4.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396 or visit us at www.allprowrestling.net.
Senior official Sparky Ballard calls for the bell, and we are underway here today with the main event of the Pacific Challenge. Jeff Cobb taking on Timothy Thatcher.
Look at the size of Jeff Cobb.
He is an impressive specimen, without a doubt. But Timothy Thatcher has definitely got a height advantage on him here.
Of course, but the strength has to go to Jeff Cobb. You can make up for a lot with strength. You can beat somebody's height advantage. You can beat somebody's speed advantage if you have enough muscle behind it.
Jeff Cobb, a look that reminds me of somebody like Arn Anderson, maybe Greg the Hammer Valentine back in his prime. Very impressive. Built like a brick wall.
Timothy Thatcher, though, has that waist lock applied. Cobb's not able to get out of it.
Timothy Thatcher is no slouch in the strength department. A lot of people don't give him the credit just because he's so tall and lanky, but I mean, he's got some strength behind him too. Oh, taking Cobb off his feet.
That's showing exactly where the mind of Timothy Thatcher is, though. He's able to find a way out of that very quickly.
Timothy Thatcher wearing down that arm. Jeff Cobb trying to find a way out of this. Goes into the hammerlock and half Nelson.
I think at this point, both men are really more trying to feel each other out than try to get a clear advantage in the early stages of this match. Clearly,
that cravat does a lot, though.
I'm not trying to take anything away from Timothy Thatcher, but they've been exchanging holds from the arms to the neck to the head, really trying to get a feel for each other, trying to know exactly what the other opponent might do in certain situations.
Fireman's carry by Jeff Cobb. Goes right back to the arm.
Thatcher, though, rolling to his feet.
Wrist lock countered into a wrist lock of his own. Oh, into the hammer lock. Timothy Thatcher back on top of Jeff Cobb here, driving his face into the mat with that half Nelson, trying to roll him over for the pin. One. Way too early in the match, I gotta think.
That gives Jeff Cobb the opportunity to bridging over. This is a submission hold. This could be a match ender already. Thatcher finding his way out of that match. You cannot think that he expected that in the slightest.
That the height advantage of Timothy Thatcher worked for him there on the mat, as he was able to use the inner thigh to kick Jeff Cobb's foot out from under that interesting hold, turn that front face lock into almost a version of the cattle mutilation there. Very, very impressive. I've never seen anybody go into a move quite like that before. Now feeling each other out again. Trying to set up for the test of strength. Hopefully Timothy Thatcher is a bit more honorable than Jekyll's was.
Oh, absolutely he would be.
It's all on the line here. The score is tied 1-1 in the Pacific Challenge. Of course, Dylan Drake and AJ Kirsch picking up the win for Team APW in the first match, but Kaimana, pin one. Only a 1 count. Timothy Thatcher right back into that front face lock, trying to keep Jeff Cobb grounded. Of course, Kaimana able to pick up the victory for Team Action Zone Wrestling in the second match.
I apologize, I'm not really adding too much to the commentary at this point in this match, but I'm just enthralled with the battle that we're seeing in the middle of the ring.
Timothy Thatcher going for the Thatcher stretch. Jeff Cobb better get to the ropes or he is finished.
Jeff Cobb knows what was coming.
Jeff Cobb, that shoulder getting worn out by Tim Thatcher. Hammer locks, arm bars, wrist locks, all designed to wear down that arm of Jeff Cobb so that Timothy Thatcher can put on that Thatcher stretch.
If anybody knows the #1 rule of going against Timothy Thatcher, it is to avoid the Thatcher stretch at all costs.
And anytime you're on your stomach in a match with Tim Thatcher, you're in a dangerous spot.
Thatcher, though,
oh, working the leg. Here he goes. Thatcher knows that some people do have that Thatcher stretch scouted, and he's definitely got a backup game plan.
Timothy Thatcher could beat you 2,000 different ways.
Absolutely. Not only that, but oh, here we go, a pin by Jeff Cobb. One. Only a 1 count.
Jeff Cobb has shown anything. It shows that he can pin you in 2,000 different ways as well.
Timothy Thatcher back to the arm. I got to think it's smart strategy to wear out the legs. Oh, Jeff Cobb floats over.
Proving exactly why they call him Mr. Athletic.
Oh, that looked like a DDT, but I was mistaken. Tim Thatcher able to block it. Come in. Tries blocking him up.
Looks like he could be a submission hold, but if he just rolls just slightly, it turns into a pinfall.
Yeah, but a cradle like that, oh, that's one. Oh, I was going to say, when a cradle position like that, you're in danger of getting rolled up by your opponent into a pin attempt of their own.
Thatcher, look at Thatcher driving his knee into the stomach of Jeff Cobb.
Oh, going for the code red here. Jeff Cobb able to block it, though. Tim Thatcher trying to use the length of those legs to his advantage. He's getting close. Oh, Jeff Cobb able to roll through.
Again, using the almost cartwheeling out of danger time and time again is Jeff Cobb.
No!
Again, back into the front face lock by Jeff Cobb.
If Jeff Cobb is proving anything at this point in this match, it is showing exactly why he made it onto the Guam Olympic team.
Tim right back to the arm. Looks like he's going for the sleeper hold here. Or an interesting version of the sleeper hold, I guess. Oh, but trying to fight him back down into that Thatcher stretch once again.
Just the strength of Jeff Cobb able to hold his arm into place.
Look at this. Timothy Thatcher not able to get the Thatcher stretch, but he's fighting into what looks like a, I believe that's he's going for like the rings of Saturn there.
Possibly.
Not able to get into it though.
Just again, the strength of Jeff Cobb. He's catching Thatcher with a couple of well-placed punches.
That's what it looked like to me. Some punches in the kidneys and the thigh there.
That's the difference between amateur wrestling and professional wrestling. Punches are legal, for the most part.
Standing drop kick by Jeff Cobb out of nowhere. I did not expect that at all, Matthew. Pin attempt, but only one. Timothy Thatcher has got a gas tank that won't quit.
The stalling vertical suplex on Timothy Thatcher.
All the blood is rushing to the head of Timothy Thatcher.
Let that sink in, though. A stalling vertical on Timothy Thatcher.
Finally brings him crashing down to the mat. Absolutely amazing. Oh, standing moonsault.
Whoa. The standing shooting star press, my friend.
Well, that's my mistake. You're absolutely right.
Look at the shock of Timothy Thatcher.
Was not expecting this type of attack from Jeff Cobb. Now Jeff Cobb has him in the corner, firing in those big forearms. Opens Tim up and fires in with a vicious chop. Jeff Cobb is really all over the place, keeping Tim Thatcher on his toes here today. Fires him into the turnbuckle. Gigantic stinger splash from halfway across the ring. Into the big belly-to-belly suplex. Folks, we got to take another commercial break. We'll be right back.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
We are back here with our main event. Gym Wars fans, Timothy Thatcher in control throughout the commercial break. Jeff Cobb in a bad way. Matthew Theall, what's your predictions for this match thus far?
I cannot tell you who I think is going to win this match. Heading into it, of course, I thought APW champion Timothy Thatcher had this one in the bag, but now I'm not so sure.
Another running European uppercut by Timothy Thatcher takes the head off Jeff Cobb. Pin 2.
While Timothy Thatcher is in control of this match at this point in the contest, we saw in the previous portions of this match, Jeff Cobb can take it to Timothy Thatcher just as well as Thatcher can take it to Cobb.
Absolutely. I'm interested. I'm surprised, but it shows how much is on the line here today. I've never seen the referees get so many nasty looks because of a 2 count as I have today. Jekyll's, Dylan Drake, AJ Kirsch, and now Tim Thatcher all mean mugging the referee because they did not get the count they wanted.
Everybody wants to win.
Everybody wants to get out there and represent APW and show why All Pro Wrestling is the best on the West Coast. Going for that code red again. Timothy Thatcher ties up the arm. Jeff Cobb is not sure what to do here.
Just grasping for anything on Timothy Thatcher, meets Thatcher's skull with a couple of knees, catching him in the ear a couple of times. That'll knock your balance off, no problem.
Timothy Thatcher definitely had his bell rung there, trying to regain his equilibrium as Jeff Cobb just knocked the sense right out of him, forcing him to relinquish that submission hold.
Well-placed kick to the ribs by Cobb. And again, the face of this match has changed. Now Cobb is in control.
Timothy Thatcher slammed hard into the turnbuckle, fired off, goes up. Oh, Tim Thatcher in a bad position here. Ooh. Oh,
man.
Both men out cold. Referee Sparky Ballard administering the count.
Timothy Thatcher took a nasty German suplex from Jeff Cobb, and at this point, Cobb is just...
He's worn out.
Worn out, absolutely.
Sparky Ballard up to 5. Looks like Jeff Cobb is trying to get to his feet, or maybe he's going for a pin. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. 1, 2.
Now Thatcher finding the strength to kick out.
You got to think if Cobb had been in position and been able to hook the leg, it would have been over right there.
How long would it have taken him to get into that position, though, with how much energy Cobb has left?
He looks to be running close to empty there, which cannot be good for Action Zone Wrestling.
Timothy Thatcher, though, he's not in any better shape.
No, he's protecting those ribs, and Jeff Cobb really would be wise to take advantage of that.
Oh, forearm met by European uppercut.
Timothy Thatcher, so nasty with those European uppercuts. Jeff Cobb fires in with another big forearm. Oh!
Out of nowhere.
Thatcher going after the arm again. Going for a version of what looks like the crippler crossface here.
And you got to think that Cobb was expecting another European uppercut just before this. You're throwing off your game for just a second, and Timothy Thatcher is there to take advantage.
Absolutely. Tim Thatcher must have sensed and looked like Cobb was ready to block that European uppercut, and Thatcher switches it up and goes for this move here.
Cobb trying to roll up Thatcher, it seems, but again, Thatcher showing exactly why he can beat you 2,000 ways.
Right into the code red. Thatcher, one of the deadliest submission wrestlers in the history of California professional wrestling. I mean, just absolutely deadly with those submissions. You have to go back to even you're talking about the West Coast. From the West Coast, Brian Danielson, of course, the American Dragon, a fantastic submission wrestler in his own right. Of course, didn't train on the West Coast, but is from Washington and trained for a while here.
Everybody knows about the LeBell lock, yes. After dropping down, Jeff Cobb bridging over.
Nasty looking hammerlock here, wearing out the shoulder of Jeff Cobb. Tim Thatcher has got that arm pinned using his head.
Jeff Cobb sending Timothy Thatcher off balance, able to break the hold.
The strength of Jeff Cobb.
Listen to the APW fans applauding Jeff Cobb.
Nice hip toss, headlock hip toss by Tim Thatcher. And again, trying for that code red. Just absolutely intent on wearing down the arm and going for that submission on the left arm of Jeff Cobb. But he rolls it into a pin. Oh! Tim Thatcher showing his vicious side, laying in with the thigh and calf there, right to the arm of Jeff Cobb. You know, Tim Thatcher loves to come out here and play with the fans. Oh, nasty. But today, when so much is at stake, Tim Thatcher is not out here to get a laugh and joke around with the crowd. He is out here to prove that he is the best in Northern California and on the Pacific Coast.
And he's doing just that. Lifting up Cobb, putting him on the top rope. I expected a vertical suplex at this point.
I did as well, but no, firing in with another European uppercut. Jeff Cobb in a bad spot. Oh, going for that London Tower. Ooh. Right on the face of Jeff Cobb. He's going to roll him over, go for the pin here. 1, 2.
A little close to the rope for Jeff Cobb, kicking out.
Tim Thatcher looking a little frustrated. I kind of have to agree with him. I feel like the count might have been a little slow there that time. Of course, Sparky Ballard had been in this battle just as long as both of these men too, so he's probably feeling a little bit of wear there. Nowhere near what Jeff Cobb and Tim Thatcher have been through, but
no way. But again, Jeff Cobb able to have a well-placed shot to the midsection of Timothy Thatcher.
Oh, a second shot right to the abdomen, trying to take Tim Thatcher's air away from him.
If I will give anything to the AZW crew that's come to APW today for this specific challenge, it's neither one of them. None of the 4 gentlemen that have come to APW have ever quit. None of them have given up.
Nasty forearm by Jeff Cobb.
They're always there to fight back, and that is exactly what Jeff Cobb is doing right now.
Huge amounts of hearts displayed today by the Action Zone Wrestling crew, as well as All Pro Wrestling, of course. Tim Thatcher never one to back down from a challenge. Right here showing off another nasty European uppercut, leveling Jeff Cobb, but Jeff Cobb right back in there. Oh, catches the European uppercut, goes for the backslide, and here we go. 1, 2.
Whoa! Just in time, Timothy Thatcher kicking out of that backslide.
Oh, catches him, double leg takedown, and a pin. 1, 2. Very interesting. Nice double leg takedown by Tim Thatcher, caught Jeff Cobb off guard.
Another vicious European uppercut rocketing Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb is going to have a migraine you would not believe tomorrow.
Again,
there's that suplex you were looking for earlier, Matthew. 1, 2. Oh, 2 count only. Thatcher is just absolutely staggered that this match is not over. The heart that these guys from Action Zone Wrestling have displayed today is absolutely amazing.
I believe they have pulled everything out of their arsenal at this point. What is left?
So ever since this has been announced, you could tell that all 8 men have been training nonstop to show off and claim the Pacific Challenge title.
Cobb avoiding Thatcher, picking up Thatcher like he's nothing.
Over the top. Oh!
My God!
Fall away slam with a moonsault. Very impressive. Now Jeff Cobb dragging Thatcher into position as he heads to the top rope. Cobb going high risk here. What's he got in store for Thatcher?
Shooting star press. Thatcher moving out of the way just in time. He smells blood in the water, going for the cover.
2, 3. Amazing pin. Tim Thatcher capitalizes and picks up the victory.
Pinfall in 18 minutes and 12 seconds. APW's the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher.
APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, I'm going to say it, found a lucky break and was able to beat Jeff Cobb.
Absolutely, that was amazing. Dodging that shooting star press and going into a pin like that was absolutely fantastic. And with that victory, All Pro Wrestling 2, Action Zone Wrestling 1, All Pro Wrestling picks up the victory in the Pacific Challenge today.
Cannot take anything away from the Action Zone Wrestling crew that came in to APW though.
For Matthew, Theall, and All Pro Wrestling, I'm Shane STOLI. Thank you for watching Gym Wars.